Every year, China showcases millions of troops and cutting-edge heavy armor to celebrate Army Day. Look closely at these elite units, like this aerobatics team, and you'll see the date August 1st, or Bai Yi, stamped across their equipment. The actual history of August 1st, 1927, looks nothing like a parade. It began as a desperate mutiny, ending in a frantic, muddy retreat. The origin of this massive military apparatus is a story of sheer, desperate survival. 4 months prior, the Communists were allied with China's ruling Kuomintang. Then, KMT leader Chiang Kai-shek suddenly turned on them. In what became known as the April 12th Purge, Kuomintang forces swept through Shanghai, leaving thousands of communist operatives and union leaders dead or missing. The surviving leadership learned a brutal lesson. Organizing labor strikes and distributing pamphlets without a military to defend them was a death sentence. To survive, the party turned to its members already serving as high-ranking officers within the government's own military, men who could turn their units into a rebel force overnight. In Nanchang, these embedded communist officers finally turned their units against the state. 20,000 government troops suddenly mutinied, dragging heavy cannons into the city streets. The strike was organized by a young Communist Party member named Zhou Enlai. The fighting was fierce but brief. Within 4 hours, the rebel forces had completely occupied Nanchang. For a few hours, the Communists proved they could mobilize a significant portion of the National Army to seize ground from the government. Holding that ground was impossible. 2 days later, a massive Kuomintang counterattack forced the rebels to evacuate Nanchang in a panic. This topographical map traces the Little Long March. The rebels' target was Guangdong province, hundreds of miles south. Commander He Long warned they couldn't survive the terrain, but was overruled. By October, Kuomintang forces intercepted the exhausted rebels, decimating their ranks. The leadership scattered. Zhou Enlai contracted a severe illness and fled to Hong Kong. Commander He Long lost his entire command and wandered the countryside as a penniless beggar. The mutiny that started in Nanchang ended in tactical ruin. Out of the original 20,000 troops, only 1,000 soldiers remained in a single battered regiment. Those 1,000 survivors kept moving, marching as hunted fugitives into the harsh, rugged wilderness to avoid total destruction. Surviving commanders, including Zhu Dai, adopted fake names to evade capture. They sought refuge with local warlords, gradually recruiting from the peasantry until their ranks swelled back to 10,000. In April 1928, Zhu Dai led these hardened troops to the Jinggangshan Mountains. There, they merged with a rural militia led by Mao Zedong. By firing those initial shots in Nanchang, the Communists crossed a line of no return, locking the nation into a 22-year civil war. China celebrates August 1st to honor the painful, bloody crucible where a political faction forged the stubborn will to fight and survive.